Would you believe you're crazy enough to change the world? Do you own a belief you can use your time to live your life with the purpose? Hello everyone, welcome back to the Successful Guys channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are focusing on the legend, Steve Jobs. This channel works to provide a route of inspiration to everyone who wants to be successful in life. Now we are talking about the intriguing journey of the financial mastermind, Steve Jobs. We are talking about the epic man, the one who is known as one of the most successful entrepreneurs and innovators to exist. He provided the world with a blueprint of success. His entrepreneurial spirit and drive resulted him creating one of the largest industries in his early 20s. We will discuss the challenges he was facing. If you want to enjoy this video even more, we recommend you to watch first 5 male billionaires who inspired us with their success. You can do it right now by clicking on the link in the right top corner. This channel is for every single person who wants to gain motivation in their lives from successful people. Subscribe now to get new content. Now let us get to our topic. We will talk about one of the most brilliant individuals who built a legacy to showcase to the world. Early life. Steve Jobs was born in 1955 to the couple Abdul Fattah Jandali and Joanne Carol Shebo. They were young and could not take care of a child. Due to the lack of resources and impending pressure, they decided to put him up for adoption. During this time, Paul and Clara Jobs decided that they wanted to adopt little Steve. His biological parents were not keen on the idea as the Jobs couple did not graduate from college. They did not want their son Steve to be adopted by middle-class parents. They ended up changing their mind after Paul and Clara promised that their son would go to college at any cost. Paul Jobs was a mechanic who taught Steve Jobs to be handy with tools. He pushed him to learn the inside and out of machines. Young Stu grew up watching his father taking engines apart and putting them together. This increased his curiosity for such technology and provided him a beneficial skill. Steve Jobs appreciated his father for teaching him how to pay attention to detail, a skill that has set him apart in life. The first million. Despite excelling in school and scoring an internship with Hewlett-Packard, Steve Jobs was not passionate about schooling. On the other hand, he met Steve Wozniak during the internship. They shared the same love for electronics. Steve Jobs did not believe in formal education. He wanted to create and build electronics. He was sure that he wanted to work with computers and knew that college was in store for his future. He did try to study at Reed College for one semester, but then dropped out. Not only was the tuition fee too expensive, but he was also unsure about his future. After dropping out, he continued to go to the classes which interested him. One of them was calligraphy, which eventually helped him design his fonts. At this time, he sold cold drinks, slept inside his friend's dorm, and ate food from a nearby temple to cover his expenses. Eventually, Steve Jobs got his first job at Atari, a manufacturing video game company, where he met Wozniak again. They decided to work together after discovering that they were both interested in similar projects. In 1976, Wozniak built the first Apple computer, the Apple I, in Jobs' garage. While the initial desire of this creation was to have a personal computer, Jobs had the brains to understand its mass appeal. So he encouraged Wozniak to build an improved model, the Apple II. They accompanied it with a keyboard alongside a sleek, molded plastic case. Apple II became an overnight success as it acquired funding, popularity, and sponsors. The new computer model boasted significant sales of around $2.7 million in the first year. This figure only continued to grow to $200 million within the next 3 years. When Jobs was 23, he was officially worth $1 million. At 24, he was worth $10 million and $100 million by the time he was 25. The success became stagnant in 1983 when IBM overbought Apple's market. Soon after, the much-hyped Macintosh was released. Unfortunately, it failed spectacularly as it was not only expensive but also underpowered. The failure of the Macintosh was the last straw because in 1985, the board of directors decided to boot Steve Jobs from his own company. It marked the first loss in the life of Steve Jobs. The first billion. Steve Jobs refused to give up after his first setback. Instead, he decided to come out even stronger than before. He started another firm, Next Inc., which designed powerful workstation computers for the education market. Simultaneously, in 1986, Jobs acquired a controlling interest in Pixar, a computer graphics company. In 1995, Pixar produced Toy Story, the first full-length feature film which was fully computer animated. After Pixar's massive success, their public stock offering that year made Steve Jobs into a billionaire. Think different. Apple computers were facing several problems in the 90s. The new CEO decided to buy Next for $400 million. He brought Steve Jobs back into the firm as a consultant. In 1997, the same board of directors who showed him the door requested Steve Jobs to lead the company once again. He agreed and immediately decided to join hands with the competitor, Microsoft Corporation. After this merger, Steve Jobs rode the roller coaster of success. He introduced the highly successful iMac. In 2001, Jobs announced the beginning of iTunes, which reinvented the wheel of listening to music. Later on, he launched the iPod. By 2006, iTunes sold more than 1 billion songs. In 2007, Jobs decided to officially change the company's name to Apple Inc. Within that same year, he introduced the legendary iPhone to the market, and the rest is history. Steve Jobs was diagnosed with a rare form of pancreatic cancer in 2003. Instead of going for surgery, he tried alternative herbal medicines which made his health worse. In 2008, Steve Jobs fell radically ill and announced his leave of absence in 2009. He persevered and joined his job again, but finally decided to step down for good in 2011. In August 2011, he resigned as the CEO of the company and became the chairman. During his worst health conditions, he mentioned, "I have always said if there ever came a day when I could no longer meet my duties and expectations as Apple's CEO, I would be the first to let you know. Unfortunately, that day has come." He died 2 months later. From zero to legend. There are many lessons to learn from the incredibly talented Steve Jobs. He was the original creator, innovator, and mastermind. Despite his rough childhood and death, he continually chose to pursue what he adored in life. He loved to work and produce, which translated effectively in his work. He built alliances, partnerships, and connections. He knew right what he wanted from each person and remained a visionary of his time. The most extraordinary skill to learn is his passion. If you learned at least one lesson from this passionate man today, then smash the like button, comment your thoughts down below, and do not forget to subscribe for similar content. Let us know any insights you gained here or lessons learned you'd like to share. Feel free to let us be your witnesses if you think you're crazy enough to change the world. Comment down below. Thank you for tuning in. Watch our other videos as well. Share this video with your friends and family. We will see you next time.